And so just linked to that, again, I'm thinking again about the relationships that you have. So you've got this really important relationship with the child. You're working with others to try and equip the child to deal with some of life's challenges, including challenges around a kind of sense of identity, of the care experience, within that, racial identity, some of the difficulties that and prejudices and stigma that they will face and have to deal with. So there's something about how you enable the child to deal with that, but you're also working in amongst a professional network, so the child's carer, family, social worker, etc. So I guess some of that is about enabling them to also assist the child, but I'm also thinking about areas of challenge within that. So I'm assuming sometimes there are occasions when things aren't working well for the child, and
yes, you're right. I mean, some things. Things don't always go smoothly. That's because we're living in a real world with real people, with real challenges and difficulties, and sometimes there aren't any straightforward, easy answers to them.
So how do you use your role?
Well, I think that the IRO role is well placed in terms of being able to firstly represent. I start with what the child's feelings and wishes are, so I feel like I can properly represent them within the meeting, and therefore I've got one hat which is dealing with ensuring that the meeting and the professional network is properly recognising what's going on for the child, whilst also understanding what the local authority's roles and responsibilities are. My job very much is to bring people together, and I use a phrase which I do carry around with me for different reviews, so it has been duplicated, but I do talk about the team very much, team so-and-so, because we all have to see ourselves very much, and the more I can bring together the perspective of what we agree upon in terms of our principles for this young child or young person, the more I can get the best out of the individuals who are pulling together to support them. And the best way of doing that is to bring people back to reality conversations about the lived experience of that child.
Fantastic. And challenge occurs within that as well?
Yes, of course. If a challenge is necessary, then we will we'll need to raise I will be speaking with a social worker or their manager and raising necessary alerts as necessary to ensure that the local authority, where there is a dispute over what is the best way forward for the child, that those matters can be resolved in ways which we are happy that are both satisfactory in terms of the child, their wishes and their needs, alongside also the local authority and their intentions. But that comes with the territory. My role as being an independent IRO is crucial, and the fact that I have that level of independence gives me that open door ability to be able to make challenges when necessary.
So a big emphasis on trying to resolve issues, so trying to work collaboratively, work with people, really working with the relationships with the team around the child to get things done quickly, to progress chase, to resolve issues, like I say, but where necessary, using your independence as a IRO to challenge and indeed raise disputes, if needed, up through the hierarchy. And just lastly, just to finish off, so you were talking there about working collaboratively. We've spoken about change and development and improvement and aspirations. Anything you want to say about IRO and leadership in terms of leading and influencing change?
Yes, I mean I think that we change is inevitable. It's not something which local authorities never stand still. But with different kind of leadership practices, in operation across our local authorities, it's all too easy for perhaps previous policies or previous good intentions towards looked after children to become eroded in various ways. So I think that the IRO role is just incredibly well placed to offer the checks and balances around the local authority in terms of previous practice, current duties, and how they're currently meeting needs of children in local authority care. For the small number of IROs we have in our service, we have oversight over every child in local authority care, and that gives us that ability to have a crow's nest approach to what's going on in terms of leadership practice within local authorities, and to be able to raise and alert any areas that we feel maybe where quality, our standards and qualities, we may feel maybe being eroded.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Chris.
That's
Thank you for
okay.
your time.
Oh, thank you.